Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the match review of Milan Juventus match that was won by Milan 1-0 thanks to a goal from Manuel Locatelli. And before I get started, guys, I would like to apologize first of all for my lateness because it's actually been 2 hours since the match ended, but I would like to thank everyone that joined us in the Milan Club Montreal today at Barcho Charles. It was a blast. So many people came out and supported our club. It was really nice to see everyone get together and celebrate this great win. The whole place was going crazy. Big celebrations going forward. We took a lot of videos, so hopefully in the next coming days we could post something regarding this turn up that we did at the bar. But it was just an incredible match altogether from start to end. We finally did it. We finally beat Juventus after so many years of emotions, of unfortunate moments, of controversies. Just name it. So many events happened throughout these years that we weren't able to beat Juventus. But finally, the time has come. We have finally beat them. And man, what a match it was. It's 2 hours since the game ended, and I'm still buzzing from it. It was just an incredible joy to see us finally win this match. And who would have thought that Milan, after 9 games, would have been in second place, only 2 points behind the league leaders, Juventus. I sincerely would never have thought such a thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably thought the same. It's just incredible what Milan is doing so far this season, and I really, really hope that we continue playing like this because it is finally a team that I could say that has an identity, that plays for each other, that always comes out together as a group and knows how to play well. This is the Milan that I remember. This is the Milan that I want to see on a weekly basis. And hopefully we'll continue just like this on the next games coming up ahead. But overall, guys, it was a great performance altogether. I can't believe Manuel Locatelli, that goal. I will dream about it for days and nights. It was just incredible. And he has done it again, guys. Another screamer of a goal from Manuel Locatelli. So many questions came upon him when, he was destined really to start in this match as a starter to replace Montolivo. And many people were saying, what is Locatelli, an 18-year-old kid, doing in a match against Juventus? Will he be able to shine? Will the pressure be too much for him? Well, certainly it wasn't. He has proved everyone wrong again. And this kid has just scored one of the most important goals for Milan this season. And I'm pretty sure he's still buzzing from it. If he couldn't believe that goal against Sassuolo, imagine what this goal against Juventus means for him. Personally, I wouldn't believe it. I would probably faint on the spot if I scored a goal like he did today. But honestly, this kid is proving to be such a great player. Honestly, I'm very impressed with his ability to do well in the middle of the park. Such a big responsibility to give to an 18-year-old, but this guy knows how to cope with it with ease, no problem whatsoever. And honestly speaking, this kid could be the future for us. He's doing great things. He's scoring goals. He's making key passes. Overall, he's being that great all-around player that we've been missing for a very long time. Defensively, we've done pretty good as well. I think we did very well to keep a clean sheet against Juventus, a team that is obviously known to score many goals in their games. I think the defense did a tremendous job to keep Juventus away from the net. I also want to speak about that goal that Juventus scored in that first half that was ruled offside. It was correctly ruled offside by the linesman and the referee. At first I saw a little movement going there. I didn't really think it was offside, but after seeing the replay, it definitely was. And I'm happy that the referee took the time to make that decision. And in the end, he made the right call. And I think that episode really saved this match from being another biased one against Juventus. So I'm very happy that the referee made the right decision on that instance. and we went on forward and took advantage of that. And obviously, that big goal came in that second half. Also, I can't miss him. That is obviously, I'm speaking about Gianluigi Donnarumma, the savior once again. This kid is once again making crazy saves day in and day out. And against Juventus, it's just phenomenal what this kid has done today. That last save at the death, wow, just wow. How could a kid at his age make such a save like that? Steve, also known as one of the admins from the Milan Club Montreal, made a joke concerning Donnarumma. He said that it seems like when the guy was born, they just took him out of the bed and put him in net the first day he was born. And that is really what it seems like. How could a guy be so phenomenal like him at his age? It's just incredible. It's out of my mind what Donnarumma is capable of doing. This guy is really phenomenal. I can't praise him enough for what he's done for Milan. Not only this season, but also last season. How many key saves can this guy make on a given day? I just lose count every time. But overall, guys, it was such a great match. Very enthusiastic. I'm happy how we were patient enough to not rush many plays and actually control sometimes. Also, I really liked how Juventus, they got a majority of the chances in that first half, especially in the first 20, 30 minutes, where it could have definitely been 1-0 or 2-0 Juventus. But Milan was calm. They kept their cool. And at the end of the day, you know, the clean sheet and the win is really the most you can ask from Milan. It can't get much better than that. Now, of course, this is not the end for Milan because there's another match coming up for them on Tuesday. So they have a very little break, and that match will be against Genoa away from the San Siro. And that is definitely a very, very tough match for the Rossoneri. As a matter of fact, these types of matches are sometimes the tougher ones for Milan. They seem to struggle against these mid-table teams, these lower-table teams in general. So I'm really curious to see what Milan could do against Genoa. Hopefully, we'll pick up another win. But as a final comment on our performance, guys, honestly, I just love the unity from this team. I love the work that Montella has done with all of these guys. Even players are not playing a lot, like Lapadula. He came on for those 3-4 minutes at the end, still gave his contribution, still worked hard, and at the end of the day, he was so happy for the win. It doesn't really matter if they're playing or not. What matters is the team spirit in this team, and I'm finally seeing it. After so many years of complete disappointment, I'm finally slowly seeing this team coming back together. It is now, 5 or 6 games in a row that we are undefeated. That is honestly incredible for Milan. Hopefully, we'll continue on this road. And we are only 2 points behind first place. Once again, I'm speechless to what we have accomplished so far this season. I just could say that I definitely hope we continue on this road, because if it is going to be like this, I know we will have our stumbles from now on until the end of the season. There's no denying that. This team is nowhere near perfect. But if we could keep going on like this, picking up results as important as this one, I'll be the happiest man in the world. But guys, it is your turn to speak up. I want your comments, questions, whatever you have concerning today's match between Milan and Juventus in the comments section below. As of now, I will be reading your comments and questions for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So leave them in the comment section, and I will be answering as much as possible. Macaroni, how you doing, man? I really liked your promo video, by the way, for Italian Football TV. I think that you did an amazing job there. So keep it up. You're very talented. He says, do you think having no European football is a blessing in disguise? Now, obviously, I think that, obviously, the European competition plays a factor. We're not playing in it. That could obviously influence some sort of preparation. I mean, Milan had all week to prepare for this match. Juventus had a midweek fixture against Lyon, the Champions League. Definitely fatigue played a bit of a part in this match. But more importantly, they didn't have enough time to prepare for it as Milan did. Could that be the whole cause of why Milan won today? I don't think so, but it's definitely a contribution. It's good to see that Milan is not in any European competitions this year, as they could solely focus on the Serie A, get the players that they need in the winter transfer window, and push for Europe for next season. So definitely, I'm happy with that. The fact that we're not playing in Europe this season, as we're focusing solely on the Serie A. We're gonna get those players. Hopefully, we'll end up in the Champions League positions at the end of the season, and next year we'll go on battle on two fronts, including obviously the third front, that is the Coppa Italia. Some more questions from you guys. Some comments here. Do you think Milan will qualify to the Champions League this season? Still very, very early to say. We are only 9 games in. That is only a quarter of the season. Less than a quarter of the season has officially been completed. So it's still very early to say. I think I'll have a better understanding of this team by the end of December, when the first half of the season is done. I think I could give you a better prediction there, but I'm not quite sure if we could qualify for Champions League. I'll be more than happy if we do, but remember, at the beginning of the season, our objective was to qualify for the Europa League. So hopefully, the grand prize for me will be winning the Scudetto. The second prize will be qualifying for the Champions League. And the third prize is qualifying to the Europa League. As of now, what concerns me the most is how the team plays, that we get the results. At the end of the season, we'll finish off with the calculations, and we'll see what prize, or if no prize, in the end, we will get. Abdul, amazing video, Gio. I've been watching since the podcast videos. Thank you so much for that comment. Casey says, I truly think that they're going to finish top 4 for Serie A. There's so much competition going on this season. I think there's a lot of teams that could definitely challenge for the Champions League positions. But, we need to take these matches into consideration. This match, it's so big of a result for Milan. Motivation, everything kicking in for them. I'm just so happy for this result. Also because many teams will fear Milan now. Finally, it's a team that is putting fear in the eyes of their opponents, and that has been missing for many years now. So I'm happy that we're finally bringing that fear back in their opponents' eyes. And that also puts other teams such as Napoli, Roma, Inter to actually come out there and perform and make sure they get the 3 points. So the whole pressure is on them, for example, this weekend, as we have already won our match, and now we have to wait until they finish their matches. So we'll see what happens with that, but hopefully they will all drop some more points this coming weekend. Della says, people say that the Italian players are the reason that Milan are winning. Do you agree with that? By the way, I just saw a comment from Cosella. Yes, I am from Montreal. As you could see in the back, I got the whole shebang there with the flag, the scarf. I'm part of the Milan Club Montreal. So if you guys are from Montreal and want to join the club, just hit me up. I'll set you guys up. But getting back to that question, do I think that the Italian players are the reason as to why Milan is actually winning these matches? I think they're a part of the reason, but more of a factor is that I'm finally seeing a unity between all the players. It's not only the Italian players coming up and shining all together. I think it's everyone as a collective. Definitely the Italian players play a major role in this team, as a big part, a big core of the group is Italian this year. So definitely happy about that. But I think it's just a collective unit that is finally shaping up, doing what they're asked to do, and in the end, getting the results. Some more questions. Do you think Milan will be able to keep hold of Donnarumma if he keeps performing like this? Well, I definitely hope so. But Galliani mentioned that in February, when Donnarumma will turn 18, Milan will be extending his contract. So I'm very happy to hear that. I'm pretty sure Milan will not let him go at all costs. This is a guy that is the future. This is their goalie for the future. Why would they want to get rid of him for money when they know they will be getting the money now that the Chinese are coming in? there's simply no explanation for that. It won't happen. Donnarumma is staying at Milan. If he leaves for some reason, I'll be the most pissed off guy on this channel, but I definitely don't think that he will leave. Also because Galliani said that in February, Milan will be extending his contract and giving him a big contract, possibly with a big release clause, so that no teams will be able to touch him. I think Kuchka has a big part in Milan's recent performance, and Paletta too. Yeah, well, Kuchka is always a great workhorse in that midfield. You know, many people always think about talent or skill-wise, but, you know, Kuchka is definitely a big part of the work. Definitely does all the work in that midfield. Wins lots of challenges. He's able to do a lot of things. I'm really happy about this player, and I definitely like what he shows game in and game out. Always fights, never gives up. Those are the type of players that I want at Milan. Even if you're not the most skillful, as long as you work hard and given the results, that is what counts for me. After seeing this, Milan, Berlusconi might change his mind and stay to take all the applause. That's actually a funny comment. It's funny that you guys actually think that Berlusconi will back out of the deal, but no, he simply won't, guys. It's already been pretty established. Do you think Donnarumma will become the best goalkeeper in the world, or at least top 3? To be honest, I already think he's already one of the top, not top 3, obviously. I think that he's definitely going to become one of the top 3. You can definitely see the talent of this guy and all the requests that he's getting from the various teams all around Europe, from Spain to other countries. You can definitely tell that Donnarumma is one of the biggest talents as a goalkeeper in the world at the moment. And I do believe that in a few years, this guy will be one of the very top goalkeepers. Did Dybala get injured? Well, he did come off. I'm not sure if he really got severely injured, but he definitely did get injured. With the return of Matias Fernandes and Bertolacci, who should play starting, and who should we bring in the winter mercato? Well, definitely a position that it will still improve is the midfield. I think that now that Locatelli is there, things are shaping up better. But at the same time, you know, we can't fully give confidence to an 18-year-old to turn all our problems aside and get us where we belong. I mean, he's definitely doing the job now, but who's going to tell me that he's going to be a long-term guy to get the job done? Will he be able to do so? That is why we need certainties. These are players that need to come in the winter mercato and will give Milan that midfield role that they have been missing for so long. So hopefully we'll see an introduction of a player or two, players that are known to be influential in that midfield. Because even now, I mean, we're not really shaky. I mean, I think we're doing a lot better than last year. But if you think of us moving on to European competitions such as Europa League or the Champions League, we definitely can't not go into these competitions with this sort of midfield. I think we need definitely some bigger names, some bigger talent, some better players altogether. What do I think of Bonaventura's new position? Well, initially, you know, he didn't have a good start of the season this year. I think he was more getting used to his position at the beginning on the left. You know, he was playing more as a winger last year, and now he's playing more as a midfield. So a bit of a different role for Bonaventura. At the beginning, he was pretty shaky, but now he's getting a lot better, I think. And slowly, you can see that he's improving in his role. He's finally feeling good in his role, because I think he was having a few problems before at the beginning of the season. He was slowly adapting to his role. Now he's doing a lot better, so I'm definitely very happy to see that from Bonaventura. Casey says, I'm very proud and really miss this feeling of victory against a tough opponent. Any updates on Yang? I haven't heard any updates on Yang. I could do a fast search for you guys as we speak, but I definitely didn't hear any updates on Yang. He didn't have the best of games, I have to say. I think that he could have done a bit better in certain situations. He was a bit, how could I say, he didn't know what decision to make. He was a bit hesitant in that regard. This is something that he definitely needs to improve. I'm not expecting Niang to perform exceptionally well on every given match. So definitely he needs to improve, that is for sure. But I think as far as we could talk about Niang, I think that he has already improved quite a lot this year from what we have seen in previous years. So slowly, if Niang continues with his development as we have seen so far, I think he can become a pretty good player. Yes, Niang was replaced not to get a goal. But I still think that he had a problem with his leg from what I saw. I might be wrong, but from what I saw, maybe he was a bit tired or he didn't have much energy. I'm not quite sure what was wrong with him, but I think we'll have some more updates soon enough. Do I think we need a new right winger? I think Suso's pretty good in that position. Maybe we could get a better name, but I'm not sure if Suso will remain at the club if he plays as a backup. But definitely, I mean, if you get a better name, why not? But at the moment, I think Suso's doing an okay job. Not the best, but he did assist after all. Lapadua's Locatelli's goal today. Should Antonelli replace Deschillo when he comes back? Antonelli has always been my choice over Deschillo, so I would definitely like to see him get more playing time. Deschillo had an okay game today, nothing bad really, but I still prefer Antonelli to him, so we'll see what happens when he comes back. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the match review of Milan-Juventus. Once again, a very great match by Milan. Goal scored by Manuel Locatelli, the 18-year-old, wins the derby for Milan, and what a goal it was. His second of the season after another great screamer that he had scored against Sassuolo. Once again, I hope that we continue on this road. I'm finally loving this Milan once again. I mean, I always love the team, but finally I'm loving what I'm seeing from Milan. That is what I meant to say. And hopefully we'll see more positive things in the near future. Once again, guys, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV if you haven't yet, to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. Some fan reactions are expected to be posted later on, either today or tomorrow on the channel, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys later for another video. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan.